Baby, we can talk all night, but that ain't getting us nowhere. The snow is really piling up outside. I wish you wouldn't make me leave here. I poured it on and I poured it out. I tried to show you just how much I cared. I'm tired of words and I'm too hoarse to shout. But you've been cold to me so long. I'm crying icicles instead of tears. I'm crying icicles instead of tears, Jessica. You got no idea. You've been cold to me for so long. No. Bonjour, Jessica. Welcome back to the show. Just thought I'd step outside before we get started and say a little prayer. Hey, John Redcorn's here too. Bonjour, John. Welcome back to the show. Hoa and Joni Frame. Bonjour, Joan. Nice to see ya. But you've been cold to me so long. I'm crying icicles instead of tears. And all I can do is say hello to Cousin Missy. Bonjour, Missy. La-dee-da-dee-dee-dum, hoka, hoka, hey. But don't feel sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. It's tough to be in a relationship sometimes. Sometimes you can want somebody, you can need somebody, but there's no way you're ever going to love them. Well, sorry, Meatloaf. If you don't love them, 2 out of 3 is kind of bad. That's why she kicked him out in the cold. She was like, look, you don't love me. Hey, you don't love me like John Redcorn loves me. Me, Gwedge, Niji. Thank you so much for the super chat. I was just remembering the wisdom of Meatloaf. He had girl problems, you know. I don't have girl problems. I got kind of the perfect woman back home. But that's just me. I kind of lucked out. You have to find... I know it sounds corny and nobody believes in this anymore, but you got to find your soulmate. And it doesn't mean you got to find the perfect person, because you're certainly not the perfect person. You got to find the person who's just as messed up as you are in the same right ways. You're not going to find somebody who's like makes up for all your shortcomings. You know, somebody who's too good for you is going to get somebody else. You got to find somebody who's just like you. Huh, Joan? Me, Gwetch. Thank you for the super chat. Tonight I'm giving relationship advice. You know, man, there's not enough of us guys who are in relationships, and good relationships. Steering the young man to, like, how can you, you know, and should you seek out a mate, a partner, you know? Everybody talks about snagging, you know. But there's more to life than the one night stand, you guys. This is for the young men. You know, back in the days of the grandfathers. Tonight's show is called Back in the Days of the Grandfathers. We come from a long line of guys who did in fact get the girl. None of us would be here today if it wasn't for Grandpa and Grandma. Grandpa had to somehow convince Grandma to make him some babies, right? And his father before him, and his father before him, and on, you know. We don't come from a line of people who just, you know, we're not from the MGTOW tribe, the men going their own way. We're from a tribe of people who hooked up, fell in love, started a family. You know, back in the days of the grandfathers. Zachary knows what I'm talking about. Bonjour, Zachary. When Zachary was just a young man. Or even before then. Like in my father's generation. I came on the tail end. By the time the mid-'80s came around, car culture was sort of waning. But America in my father's generation was all about having a cool car, you know. And then also cruising Main Street. And you try to meet girls. And then you could take that girl to the drive-in theater. Watch a movie from your car. Put your arm around her, you know. Buy her some popcorn. Try to make out in the car. You know. Later on, you might pull up to A&W. Order food from your car. Girl on roller skates would bring it to your car. Here you go. Have a tray full of food that I'm going to dangerously deliver on roller skates for some reason. And you can just sit in your car and talk to your girl. But the whole point of having a car was so you could get a girl. Yeah, guys like driving around in their cars, but what they really wanted was to be driving around in their cars with a woman there, you know. So, but in the modern age, for some reason, romance has gone out the window, you know. There's not many father figures out there anymore. There's not many guys we can look up to and go, oh, look at that guy. That guy got the girl, man. You know, every the plays, you know, Shakespeare to John Cusack, you know, the great stories, all ended with a wedding, you know. It was all about fighting a battle, you know, killing some dragons and then winning the princess in the tower, you know. And then you'd become the prince, the king's daughter, you know. It was a happy ever after if, you know, you got the girl. But these days, you know, if you want to get the girl, you gotta, you know, what? You get on Tinder, just scroll through hundreds of soulless faces, you know, desperate eyes. And I heard this today. If you online date, only 1.5% of men actually meet a girl and start a relationship. The odds of you actually meeting some chick through Tinder is not, you know, very low. Unless, you know, you're really handsome, like Michael Lyons, I suppose. Nah. It's really hard for guys. Now, ladies, no matter what you look like, no matter how you behave, no matter how many tattoos you got and how fake your nails are, you're going to get hundreds of guys saying, hey, baby, you're looking good. Hundreds. And that's not real either. You know, back in the days of the grandfathers, average woman didn't have 500 suitors going, hey, you want to go out for dinner? You know, you had to choose between your cousin's 3 or 4 friends. You know, okay, which one's least repulsive? You know, your parents would set you up with their friend's kid, you know. They go, hey, you know, why don't you wash your hair? My friend from work's coming over, and he's not a cousin. And his son's coming, you know. But we used to hook up like that, you know. So here's my advice. If you want to be happy, because this isn't even about if you want to get a girl. I mean, there's ways to trick a woman into coming over to your house. It's not about that. If you want to find true love, happiness, you want to really connect on a soul level, number one, you got to put out your tobacco. Get the Creator involved. Right? This is actually a thing that He cares about. It's all over the Bible, and God making chicks for guys who are lonely in the Bible, you know. He had to make Eve right out of Adam's rib. So you go out with a good heart and you pray and you ask the Creator, say, hey, guess what? I'm going to leave it up to your wisdom. But send me an angel. And, you know, get you Manadu. He knows what kind of girls you like. He's not going to send you some fat redhead and you're going to have to go, oh, doggone it. He's going to send you that girl, you know exactly what the kind of girl you like. The reason you like it is that Creator made you that way. All right? So put out your tobacco. Tell him that you're ready. But you leave it up to Him. And then start walking the path as though you're going to meet that woman. Get prepared. Clean up your house. You know, if you don't have a job, you're going to need to get a job. Make sure the car is running nice. You might want to take her out to dinner or something. Start preparing as though you're going to meet her tomorrow. You don't want to get caught, you know, you haven't shaved in 5 days. You know, you smell, you stink. And you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to run into the store and run out. Who cares if I'm wearing pajama bottoms, you know. No. Take a shower, get ready. Every day, be ready as though the woman of your dreams is going to be at that Walmart. Because if you're meant to be with her, the Creator will bring her to you. But then you got to be ready. Because she may not just be, you know, a unwitting participant. She might have been praying to meet a man, right? You know, you gotta look at it from her point of view too. So, what kind of man do you need to be that you'd want to be for the kind of woman that you want to have, right? Nobody's looking to meet a girl who would date some slob like you. But you gotta, you know, start. It's the old fake it till you make it, you know. You want to meet a girl who's like into guys who are like really into the music and play guitar and stuff. Well, you better set up your, you know, make sure your guitars are out there. Start playing a lot. You know, you got to become the kind of guy that the kind of girl you'd want would want. Right? No woman's looking for some old depressed, fat, alcoholic guy, you know, who still calls his high school girlfriend from time to time. Those days are over. You got to let it go. You know what I'm saying, John? Hey, Sure Realist is here too. Congratulations on having someone who you're in love with to share your life, sweet. Yeah, I'm very lucky. And you know who's even more lucky? Natasha. Nah. But yeah, my elders were suspiciously quiet on the topic of dating. I never got any advice from my elders. They didn't care one bit about who I dated, if I married, if I didn't marry. They hardly had an opinion of their own relationships. I'm like, come on. So, But you know what? I should really ask the Creator to help me speak. I'm going off here, you know, from the hip, and I haven't even said my prayers yet. Little pinch it asema. Gutchamanadu. Wadapanan niwi asema. Great Spirit, accept my tobacco. Miigwech ka iji kakina geku ka iji chikean. Dibakuk. Thank you for everything that you do tonight. Miigwech daga we duka wishin ando minowe iji onagoshin. Please help me to speak well today. Miigwech ka iji bamadazian. Thank you for my life. Miigwech ga that old Natasha. Thank you for Natasha. She sure has a good sense of humor. And she's cute. Dash miigwech ga bizandawiyeg. And thank you for listening. Ni miigwechi wandam gitchi manadu. Thank you, Great Spirit. You gotta know when to hold it. Know when to fold it. Hummingbird is not a land lover, only an island lover. Is Sequoia here? Oh yeah, there she is. Hey, Sequoia BOOZHOO. Sequoia says, pray for me. I am stranded on the mainland. Oh, Great Spirit, P.S. Please be with Sequoia Hummingbird. She's stranded on the island. Don't let the Wendigo get her. There's an island on Cass Lake up here in northern Minnesota called Wendigo Island. Or Wendigo Lake. Star Island. On Star Island and Cass Lake, there's a lake within the island, and it's called Wendigo Lake. And the legend is there was a family got stuck out there. One of these weird winters where they walked out when the lake was frozen, and then couldn't leave. The ice melted enough, and they couldn't boat through or whatever. And they started to starve to death. And the dad ended up eating the wife and kids, and he turned into a Wendigo, cannibalistic zombie monster thing. Eesh. I think I'd sooner starve than eat my family. I mean, not that I have anything against cannibalism, but I don't think my family would taste very good. But whatever. Why couldn't he eat fish? That's what I don't get. Remember that movie, Into the Wild? Christopher McCandless. Little spoiled brat from out east. Turns his back on society and walks out into the wild to live, you know, in the woods. And he goes out there and he eats some poison potatoes or something, and he starves to death. Oh, and he can't leave because the river, same kind of thing. The river started to melt, and he couldn't get through the river. And he shot a moose once, but then he couldn't keep the meat. Anyway, so he ended up just getting all skinny and dying. I remember asking my Uncle Vernon, I go, hey, Vern, if you got stuck out in the woods, you think you'd starve to death? He was like, well, first of all, how come that kid didn't just, net some fish in that big old river? I'm like, yeah, I don't know why he didn't try fishing. But he's a non-Indian kid. It didn't occur to him to just like, you got fish literally running down the stream right here. You could throw out your t-shirt and catch some minnows at least and eat that. Get some perch. Go fishing, But my uncle is kind of he's one of these hunter guys. He knows how to live out in the woods. Trapper. I don't have any of those skills. I would have starved to death just like Christopher McCandless. But I wouldn't have gone out for them in the first place. Yeah, anyway, I suppose I should go in and see what old Natasha's up to after all. Boop, boop, boop. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. BOOZHOO! Hey, sweetie. Oh, hi, NANABOOZHOO. You ready to come in? Yeah, can you pick me up? You got it. 1 to teleport. Make it so, number 1. Okay, hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome NANABOOZHOO. Ta-da! Hi, honey. Hi. How was it outside? Oh, it's gorgeous. It warmed up so beautifully. I know. I couldn't believe it. It finally warmed up to in the 30s today. I think it was 26 right now. Yeah. It was so cold last night. Or the night before. Yeah, last night even. You know, like 20 below or something. But today, which brings me to our Ojibwe phrase of the day. Gi abate agwaching nungum. Gi abate agwaching nungum. It warmed up outside today. Yeah, it sure did. We finally took a walk. Yeah, I needed to stretch my legs. I haven't walked in weeks. Yeah, me too. It just felt good to be in the sun again, to breathe and actually just move your body. Because that's what was making me all feel sickly. Yeah, just not getting any exercise. Yeah. And Jim done. BOOZHOO, Jim. Oh, is Jim here? Yep. Well, hi, Jim. How you doing? What's going on, Jim? Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work we go. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Gi abate agwaching nungom. It warmed up today, and I think it's going to be nice again tomorrow. You know, when it gets that cold, I mean, it's not logical, but just when I know that it's so deathly cold outside, I worry about the pipes freezing. I worry about the electricity just blowing up for no good reason. Yeah. You know, my anxiety is, whatever. But now I feel great. Yeah, me too. Was this for me? Yeah, I got you some tea. Well, me quite, sweetie. Honey bee shabu. Tea. Oh, that's hot tea. Yeah, it's hot tea for the hottie. I woke up last night, my tongue, I felt like I'd been chewing on the tip of my tongue, but I realized I just have like an eternal burn from all the hot tea I've been drinking. I know, you drink it way too soon. Yeah, I gotta let it seep. Can't just drink boiling water and expect my tongue not to burn. Zachary Keenan says, came back. Thought of a song, Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. You know Sweet Judy Blue Eyes? Not off the top of my head. People separating. Oh, people separating. Is that, so far away? Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? I was talking about relationships. Oh, are you really? Yeah, because we have such a solid relationship. We do. We're solid like a rock. We're solid like the country Iraq. So I was giving the young men advice on how to meet a girl. Did you tell them to go out to the bars? No. You gotta go out to ladies' night. No, that's the last place. Don't. Again, remember, what kind of woman do you want? You don't want the kind of woman who would date a guy she picks up at a bar, even if that guy is you. All right? That relationship's doomed from the beginning, because for the rest of your life, every time she goes to a bar without you, you're going to be going, hey, I remember what you were like in that bar. I told him they need to just pray to God and he'll send the woman. Is that what happened to you? Yeah, I think so. Did you pray me into existence? Kinda. Yeah, you were just sort of inspired by God. I think he took part of my rib. Gave me my perfect counterpart. Yeah, well, we get along pretty well. Yeah, we do. As opposed to Michael Lyons. What? Have you heard about the lonesome loser? Beaten by the queen of hearts every time. When are you going to settle down, meet a nice girl? I don't know. I think I'm too old. You are pretty old. You should have found somebody in your 20s when you looked like Ralph Macchio. I still look like Ralph Macchio. Nah, you kind of look more like Frank Zappa now. Yeah, I know. Did Frank Zappa get married? He had 2 kids. That's right. He had 2 kids. Moon Unit and the Weasel. Yep. So even Frank Zappa had kids. What's wrong with you? I'm Mr. Lucky. I've never been divorced either. That's true. Yeah. It's a risky business, falling in love. It is. There's a lot to lose. You know, you meet a nice girl, you get married, you have a couple of kids. Then, now you run the risk of ending up in a divorce, child support, going to jail. A lot of bad things can happen if you marry the wrong person. You know, she cheats on you with your best friend from high school. Isn't that the way they say it goes? Well, let's forget all that and give me the number if you can find it. And I can call just to tell them I'm fine and to show I've overcome the blow. I've learned to take it well. I only wish my words could just convince myself that it just wasn't real. That's what that song's all about. I know. Operator, it's all about this guy whose girlfriend and best friend hook up. And then move away and he wants to call her up. And he's telling the operator the whole story. It's like, yeah, my best old ex-friend Ray. My ex-friend, because he stole my girlfriend. Yeah. And he says, I just want to call him up and tell him I've overcome the blow. I've learned to take it well. I only wish my words could convince myself that it just wasn't real. But that's not the way it feels, sweetie. Nope. That's not the way it feels. No, 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 no. Operator. You know who else is amazing? I don't give enough credit to. Who? That guy. Who are you talking about? Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Oh, yeah, of course. Suzanne, the plans they made for you put an end to you. That's James Taylor, man. James Taylor. I was watching him talk about being a guitar player. And oh, wow, that guy's an amazing guitar player. Ridiculous, just so gorgeous. And what he's doing, I'm barely a good enough guitar player to even understand what he's doing. There's a reason why that people have listened to him for 50 years. Yeah, that's true. So, kids, young people, if you haven't discovered Jim Croce yet, check him out. And look into James Taylor. If you're an acoustic guitar player, those are good guys. Listen to the lyrics. Watch their guitar. I mean, it's amazing. Hey, I'm a big fan of Cats is here. Well, BOOZHOO, I'm a big fan. How you doing? 100% right. FSE. Oh, miigwech. Unwatchable at this stage. Oh, what are you talking about? I think Flat Stuff Earth is back. Oh, it's Flat Stuff Earth talking smack. I decided not to read Flat Stuff Earth stuff, but apparently big fan of cats. Apparently we're unwatchable. Yeah. The giant sequoia, Sequoiadendron giganteum, the world's largest tree, grows naturally only in a narrow 60-mile band of conifers on the western slopes of Sierra Nevada, mountain range in California. I think Devil's Tower, yeah, in, was that Montana? Is that Montana or Wisconsin? Not Wisconsin. I think it's in Wyoming. Wyoming. That thing looks like a tree to me. Well, there is a story that was a tree. Is that Devil's Tower? The buffalo calf woman? I think so. Story of buffalo calf woman. I think they were in Dakota. I want to say not Hopi, but Crow or something. But the story is, there was a young girl who had a vision that she would get 7 new brothers. And so she made 7 new shirts for her brothers. And these 7 guys showed up and they all got the new shirts. And she said, yeah, I'm going to be your sister. But then the buffalo fell in love with a human being. And he was going to, like, I don't know, run her over with love or something. So one of the brothers shot a magic arrow into the tree, and the tree grew all the way up to the sky. And they carried it up, the boys and this girl, and then they got out onto the sky. I'm thinking the firmament. Yeah. And that the claw marks were this huge, was the buffalo. But then I also heard it was a bear. Yeah, we might be confusing 2 stories. But what if there used to be giant trees everywhere that somehow got cut down and like Devil's Tower is a tree stump? That would be wild. Yeah. I think Earth used to look a lot more like that movie with the blue guys. Oh, yeah, the most popular movie in the history of the world. Yeah. Avatar. Avatar! I think we used to live like Avatar. Well, how's it gonna be? David Crosby passed, but left some great songs. You're right, Zachary. Keenan. It's getting to the point where it's no fun anymore. I'm sorry, sometimes it hurts so badly I must cry out loud. I'm so lonely. Yeah, all our great songwriters started their journeys. You know? Because it was always the music, the lyrics that kind of informed the masses' feelings about romance, love. You know, the music now, they don't sing about romantic love. They sing about degraded, you know, everything's just gross, over-sexed, over-sexualized, demonic thing. It's like, come on. What happened to the old love song, sweetie? I don't know. Nobody's in love anymore. Nobody's in love. Well, the 2 of us are. Yeah. We're the last lovers in the world. Do we have a love song that we can share with the BOOZHOO crew? Tell you the truth, I can't remember what the song was. I think Michael Lyons might be in this video. I think there's a good chance. Michael, you're an old sap. Is this a love song? I can't remember. It's either a love song or a breakup song. Yeah. Here's a song. And up next, the lovely and talented Natasha. We'll get a woman's perspective. Okay. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye. But the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blowing his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, how I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down. So many times I've played around. I'll tell you now, they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I think of you. Every song I sing for you. When I come back, I'll bring your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. And hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, how I hate to go. One more time, let me kiss you. Then close your eyes and I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come, about a time when I'm alone, about a time when I won't have to say, oh, kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, how I hate to go. Ladies and gentlemen, Emily and Michael Lyons. That was beautiful, you guys. Hey, thanks a lot. BOOZHOO! What's going on? I'm leaving. Is that a love song? It's kind of a goodbye song. Yeah, it's a goodbye song. Hey, sweetie. Yeah. We got a call on line 2. Line 2? Really? I wonder who this could be. Hello, caller. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. You're on the air. Hey there, Natasha. It's me, John Denver. John Denver? Well, hey, welcome back to the show. Sweetie, it's John Denver. How you doing, John? Well, I'm all right. I'm just calling you from heaven. That's right. You're in heaven, huh? Yes, I do declare that. Being in heaven is almost as beautiful as listening to Emily and Michael Lyons singing my song. Wow! John Denver liked your song. Hey, thanks, John. You did fine, just fine. But say, Natasha. Yeah? I wondered if you could help me out. Well, sure. What can I do for you, John? I was wondering if I could learn the Ojibwe phrase of the day. The phrase of the day? Well, sure. Well, how about this one? Today is Saturday. And in Ojibwe, we call Saturdays floor washing day. Gazibigi, saginagay, gijagud. Gazibigi, saginagay, gijagud. Floor washing day. And that's how we all would pronounce Saturday in Ojibwe? That's right. Well, why did you call it floor washing day? Well, Nanaboozhoo's theory is that it became popular during the boarding school era when the kids had to wash floors on Saturdays. Oh, I'd imagine that's when most of the Ojibways would have learned English is boarding school. Is that right? Yeah, boarding school. There's a whole boarding school era back in the days of their grandfathers. Yes, I suppose. Say, you were all talking about love. Yeah, Nanaboozhoo was talking about love and hooking up and stuff like that. You got any advice for the young men today? Well, I'll tell you one thing I love. The only thing I love more than a Denver sunrise or a mountain stream in the Colorado Rockies. Yeah. Is nice cold beer. What? I love to drink, but I can't get any beer in heaven. Y'all think you can come up here and give me a beer? No, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, heaven's nice, but I sure could go for a cold one. Didn't you die from drinking and flying your plane? Yeah, I was reaching for another beer in the back and I just lost control. That's how much I love beer. Okay. Well, listen, John, I better let you go. Say, how do you say goodbye in Ojibwe? Well, we don't really say goodbye. We say, I will see you again. Doggone it. I always do that. Gigawaba min minawa. Well, gigawaba min minawa, Natasha. And to Nanaboozhoo. Oh, yeah? Gigawaba min minawa, brother. You too, John Denver. I'll see you later. Gigawaba min minawa. Wow, John Denver. Yeah, he loves his beer. Yeah, he does. But he liked your song. That's quite a compliment. Yeah, man. I never thought John Denver would actually hear me do one of his songs. Yeah. Well, you never know who's going to call on our show next. Sunny day. Friendship says, great song. Hey, thanks, Friendship. Yeah. All my bags are packed time. What's your favorite love song? Kisses, I Still Love You. I still love you. Is it really? No. How about Every Time I Look at You? And every time I look at you, it's easy to see. Every time I hold you, the things I never told you. Do you love that song because it makes you think of Princess? Yeah. Yeah, me too. We have a love song for our dead cat. Every time I hear Paul Stanley sing, every time I look at you, I think of Princess, because I remember singing that to her when she was passing away. Every time I hold you, the things I never told you seem to come easily. Michael, what's your favorite love song? Natural Woman by Aretha Franklin. Yeah. Looking out in the morning rain, I used to feel. It's not by something by Kate Bush? No, for sure. It's probably something by Kate. No, you know what it probably is? What? Under Pressure. Under pressure? Yeah, that's a love song, isn't it? Yeah, probably. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bing bong. Pressure. Pressing down on me. Pressing down on NANABOOZHOO. No man has fault. Under pressure. Up out a building down. Do 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 do. Puts people on the streets. Ba ba bat. Ba ba bat. Eat it up. Eat it up. Like tucking. All right. What else we got going on here? You could teach the word for February again. Nameh Jesus, suckerfish moon. Nameh Jesus, the noble suckerfish, and their great sacrifice. I guess. I hear they shut down the spy satellite. Oh, did they? Yeah. I was wondering if we were going to get a call from China. From China? Yeah. They're like, hello? Did you shoot down our balloon? Hey. Yes, we shot down your balloon. But I don't think that was a spy satellite. Because, like, you know, if you wanted to spy on us like that, you could just go to Google Earth. There's already balloons with cameras looking down and everything. Why would they need to lazily drift a balloon? I mean, how do you even steer a balloon? I think it was probably just a Google satellite that, you know, malfunctioned or something, came down to where people could see it, and they're like, oh, doggone it. Now people are going to be reminded that there's no such thing as satellites out in outer space. They're all just dangling from these white balloons. But what are you going to do? What can you do? Nothing. So there's that. What's your favorite love song? Of all time? Yeah. Maybe something by Kate Bush. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say. Elton John. Not Kansas, but Journey. Highway Run into the midnight sun. All songs are love songs. I heard that all songs are the blues. Really? Yeah. All songs are the blues. I learned to kind of appreciate country music lyrics in my old age. Really? Yeah, the best, like, heartbreak lyrics are always from country singers. You know, like, what was that one? Sitting in a church of the broken people, listening to the walking wounded tell their story. My turn came and I told them my name. I said, this ain't my first time. But then a man started talking about the devil and the bottle was ruining my life. Last night on my breath. Yeah, it's more about giving up drinking than breaking up. It ain't the whiskey. It ain't the cigarettes. Hey, you want to take a call? Oh, sure. Line 2? Yep. Hello, caller. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. You're on the air. Hey there, Natasha. Hi, John Denver. I didn't think this was going to be you. Sorry, I accidentally pocket dialed you from heaven. Okay, never mind. Gigawappa man, manawa. Gigawappa man, manawa. Oh, shit. I was so hoping that was going to be Kermit the Frog. Yeah, no, I switched it out. Okay. Oh, there goes an ambulance. Uh-oh. Do you think an ambulance is a sign of bad news or a sign of good news? Bad news. It usually means they're racing to that nursing home. Somebody's probably dying. Or somebody's going to get saved. See, a pessimist would say, hears in the siren and goes, oh no, somebody's dying. An optimist goes, hey, good, here comes the siren. Everything is going to be okay. Yeah. How many times does it actually work out that way? No, you're right. It's basic. Because they always like get there real fast, but they drive away real slow. Yeah. You know, I don't see a lot of ambulances that race away from the nursing home. I was racing to the nursing home. Well, have a good journey, whoever you are. I hope you're old. Wintertime, still alive and well, still alive and well. Every now and then, I know it's kind of hard to tell, but I'm still alive and well. Johnny Winter, still alive and well. Looking out. Well, baby, unless you have anything you want to add. Oh, I'm good. What do you think, Michael? Do you want to tell them how they can support the show? Oh, sure. If you'd like to support the show, you could be like the rock stars who give us super chats during the live stream. Mequatch, we really appreciate it. Or click the links in the description box below. We have a Patreon page, a GoFundMe, which is only $1,400 away from reaching its goal, I think. Really? Yeah, I think we got like $6,400 or something. We're trying to raise $8,000. Or, we also have Patreon. And a Teespring if you'd like to order a cup or a t-shirt or something. Plus, Michael Lyons has books for sale at Amazon.com. Books like Dog and Maingan, Counting to 10 in Ojibwe. But otherwise, I think I'm ready to go. Actually, we need to go to Walmart tonight, don't we? Yeah, we're pretty much out of groceries already. Really? Yep. All right. At least it's not 20 below. Yeah. Hey, everybody. We're going to mahjong. We're going to leave. But I want to say, Miigwech Gapis and Dawieg. Thank you for listening. Dash Miigwech Ganawabieg. And thank you for watching. Let me find it. BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and true love. No. My name is Natasha. This is Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. Hey, thanks everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. And over here, be still my beating heart. The one and only Nanaboozhoo. Okay, Miigwech. And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minowa. All right. Going to the Walmart. Yeah. Going to a go.